Welcome back, guys, to another episode. Invest in your future. I'm your host, Kenny, CEO of Corona Group Corporation. I just want to thank you guys for joining me for another Thursday. We're here every Thursday. Let me get the podcast started here. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Invest in Your Future. I'm your host, Kenny, CEO of Corona Group Corporation. I want to thank you guys for joining me on Facebook. I want to thank you guys for joining me on YouTube. I want to thank you guys for joining me on Instagram or wherever you're listening to this podcast, iTunes, if you're listening to it on Spotify, wherever you're listening to a Stitcher. Please give us a like, give us a comment, give us a subscribe. Let us know how we're doing. We always appreciate questions. We're having a segment every once a month called Ask Coach Kenny. So I gather and compile all the questions that I get sent to, and I answer all the questions in one episode. So please send us questions if you have questions. We always want to hear from our audience. Thank you guys for people who've been writing articles and buying the store supplies. We appreciate you guys. I mean, there's the store on our website. It has access to the Zero to Millions in Assets seminar. If you want a physical copy, just send us your physical address and we'll send you a physical copy. And people purchasing them, and there's a great program because we did it about a couple months ago about real estate, about business, about finance, about credit. It really helped a lot of people. So I want to make sure you guys don't miss out on that opportunity. We also have notebooks for sale, journals that we sell, and also everything's on the store. So please go on the store, check us out. We also have the Top High Achievers program there. It's also for sale. If you guys are looking for just anything to help you guys, let us know and let's say we can help you. We always here to help you guys. So we also have a mini Financial Power Hour coming up in probably about 4 weeks. It's only limited amount of people. We only have a limited amount of space. So please, if you want to sign up and reserve a seat, we cannot give out the address because we're afraid so many people will come into it and we won't have enough seats. So I want to make sure it's small. And it's only for those invited and those who contact us. First come, first serve. It'll be a good amount of people and it'll just be able to ask me questions. Also, I'll give a small presentation, but it'll just be helpful for those people who are looking to get, financial help, getting in terms of credit, in terms of finance, in terms of, what to buy in terms of real estate, if they want to get into that business, if they want to partner up, if they want to make some money. I mean, I'm here to help every single person. Wherever you are, I'm here to help. And I'm also looking for guests. If you have a successful business, if you have a successful venture and you want to reach my audience, please reach out to us, info@kirundagroup.com. That's info@KIRUNDA group.com. And if you want to come on the podcast, please reach out to us. My assistant will get back to you and we can schedule some time for the future. And so today we're going to be discussing a topic called Evolve or Die. It's that simple. It is Halloween. It's actually Halloween today, but I wanted to kind of make it really factual for people. You either have to evolve or die. It's that simple. Now, why is it that's serious? I mean, you have to understand evolution. So we're going to break it down a little bit of history so you guys can understand, kind of have a background of what I'm talking about. Now, when you think about everything that's already lived on this earth and the things that are still living, they had two options: either evolve or perish or be extinct. It's that simple. Everything from us humans to birds to everything you can think of had to evolve in order to survive for the coming future. It had to evolve. So whether it's a simple like a insect to a large being like an elephant, it has to evolve in order to survive. It's mandatory. This is simple, ways of thinking of life. You have to evolve, otherwise you're going to be extinct. It's that simple. Plants had to evolve. There's plants that now they eat, protein because they had to evolve in order to survive. They have to evolve on how to capture that insect or whatever. So same thing with yourself. You have to evolve. You have to be constantly evolving. Now, anything that does not evolve automatically is automatically extinct because it does not have the tools, the knowledge, or the resources to continue to survive. It's that simple. So in order for you to survive, you need to have kids. And then on top of that, you need to give them the knowledge or the tools and the resources to be able to survive. It's that simple. If you don't give your kids the opportunity or the resources or the knowledge, they'll easily perish also because they don't have the tools. So you need to understand that. Okay, how do I evolve then? It's that simple. You have to think, how do I evolve constantly? How do I get better? How do I evolve? You have to first of all understand that it comes down, like I said, to two things: knowledge and your resources. So your goal as a human is to pass on all your genes and all your knowledge and all your resources to the next generation. That's your goal, so they can survive. That's why we do this podcast. That's why we have the iTunes, the Facebook, the Instagram, because I'm passing on my knowledge so future people can survive in terms of money, credit, and real estate. That's what I'm helping people survive on. So because that knowledge is in my head, I pass it out to the general public, and those people want to pick it up and use it. They see success, then they can pass it on to those people. So understand that evolving is constant. It has to be constant. You need, if you don't evolve, it's hard to reach your goal. It's that simple. If you want to jump high, you need to do exercises to get your muscles strong enough to jump higher. If you have a problem you can't solve, you need to become a person. You need to evolve into that person that can solve that problem. A lot of people's problem is money. So that's why I came on to this and started giving seminars and podcasts and DVDs and audio CDs and these things, because I noticed that a lot of people, the problem that they were having was money was not a subject they learned about, and also a lot of people didn't know how to handle that subject. So I said, okay, for myself, I need to learn how to handle that situation so I can help other people. Because if you don't know how to solve the problem, you can't help somebody else solve that problem. So if you can't solve it for yourself, you can't help somebody else solve that problem. So you need to understand, okay, what knowledge do I need to evolve? Who do I need to become to evolve? Where do I need to be to evolve? How am I going to evolve? What schedule am I following to see results and see evolution? And then why am I evolving? Everyone should have that why. Obviously, it's that simple, because if you don't know what you want to evolve to, you can't. If you don't know who you're going to become, you won't become that person. And you don't know, if you don't know where to go to that knowledge, you won't evolve. It's that simple. And then how you implement that knowledge that you have, or that knowledge that you gain, to see the evolution, and then on top of that, why you're doing it. So if you have all those things lined up and you answer those questions correctly, you can start seeing evolution for yourself and for anything else. So your business, let's say if you are a business and you cut grass, that's your business, is you cutting grass. Or you better evolve into something else also. You better evolve into someone who can plant flowers. You better evolve to somebody who can plant trees. You better evolve into a company that can install water sprinkler systems. You better evolve into almost an architectural engineer for the lawns. Because if you just say, I cut grass, and that's all you do, your company eventually die from the companies that evolved into other things. You need to constantly be evolving. Let's say your business is you have a small truck and you deliver things. Well, you better evolve to a bigger truck, the 18 wheelers that can move larger things. It's that simple. You need to constantly be evolving. My business, we started with 1 unit, then we multiplied and got into more units. Now we got into online sales and to seminars, and then also podcasts. So we're constantly evolving. You yourself, you need to see constant evolution in yourself. If you don't, that means you're stuck. That means you're not going to be, you're going to be extinct. Like I said, this episode is called Evolve or Die. So you need to be constantly evolving. Otherwise, it's a given you are not going to pass on. You won't have the knowledge and you won't have the resources to pass on. So what resources do you need to evolve? It's the same kind of questions. What resources do you need, to evolve? Who has the resources for you to evolve? Where can you get these resources? How are you going to get these resources? And then why? Why are you getting these resources? It's that simple. If you want to evolve, you need to answer all these questions constantly and then implement it to see the results. Animals automatically do this by instinct. But humans don't, because we have a mind, we have a brain. But animals do this instinctively. A lion automatically teaches its cubs on how to hunt and how to stalk, because it needs to be able to hunt and stalk to survive. It's that simple. Our generation, our parents didn't teach us on how to handle money. So a lot of our generation is poor. A lot of people that we know don't have the resources or don't have the knowledge. It's that simple. So if you don't have the knowledge, don't have the resources, the first thing you're doing good for yourself is listening to this podcast. You're improving your knowledge, and hopefully you're taking it and implementing it. And now, if you start seeing results, you're gonna be a resource for somebody else. The same way I'm a resource for you, you could be a resource for somebody else. So reach out to other people and struggling and teach them what you know. Be a resource. Be the who that they can reach to. Myself, I offer advice. I offer all kind of outlets for people to reach out to me if they have questions or they have, they're having issues in their lives in terms of finances, in terms of business, in terms of credit. I offer my seminars, the online seminars, so people can learn on how I did what I did. It's all about being a resource for somebody else and evolving. I'm not constantly staying still. I didn't do one seminar. I want to do 500 seminars. You constantly evolve. I didn't want to do one podcast and have one stream on YouTube. No, I wanted to have YouTube. I wanted to have Instagram. I wanted to have Facebook. I wanted to have all these different avenues because I want to constantly evolve. You have to be constantly evolving also. Like I said, this episode is called Evolve or Die. You have only those two options. If you're going to be like the extinct animals, you're never going to come, you're never going to come to your full potential. But if you're constantly evolving, you actually have a chance of seeing some great success, obviously for yourself, but also for for the future generations, because you evolved yourself. You have the knowledge, you could pass it on to them. Hopefully my kids see these podcasts and see the YouTubes and see all these other things and pick up the knowledge and the resources that I left or that I leave to be able to evolve themselves. It's that simple. That's why people, pass down money. They say, hey, listen, I didn't start with money, but here's, a nest egg to start with. So you don't have to struggle also. They can evolve hopefully quicker because they start with a higher amount of money. Now, guys, if you have questions, if you have comments, if you have, issues, contact us. We're here to help. And like I said, we have that mini course coming up. It's going to be local locations, probably going to be most likely in Arlington, but reach out to us. We only have a limited amount of seats, and I want you guys to come out and ask all the questions you have, and I'll give a small presentation. Guys, until next time, pick up that DVD, Invest in Your Future, 0 to Millions in Assets. Pick up a journal, leave us a comment, subscribe, like. Until next time, I'll see you guys at the top.